let's take a look at our top selections for
Hi everyone, 2 stakes races on Saturday at Santa Anita. The Misdirection Stakes for fillies and mares, it's a turf sprint, race number 5, and the Grade 2 Californian, race number 8, for older horses on the main track. And we will address those 2 stakes races in separate segments. And we'll start off with the Misdirection Stakes. It's the supporting feature on Saturday. It's race number 5, a nice little $75,000 stakes race for fillies and mares at 6 furlongs on turf. And it's kind of cool that this race is named after one of the best female turf sprinters that we've seen in California, maybe ever, but certainly in the last 20 years or so. And her name was Misdirection. And what makes her so special? Well, let's go ahead and roll the tape on her back-to-back wins in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint, starting with 2012, and watch on the far outside as Misdirection comes storming down the middle of the track. Boy, she's got a lot of ground to make up. There's no way she's going to get there, is there? Yeah, here she comes on the far outside, Misdirection going to win the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint in 2012, and she would come right back 1 year later in 2013 and do the exact same thing with the exact same trip. That's Misdirection on the outside, storming to victory in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. And that was in 2013. And that was the final start of her career, Misdirection. She was trained by Mike Pipey, owned by a partnership that includes Jungle Racing. She retired having won 11 races from 17 starts. She earned more than $1.7 million. And for a female turf sprinter to tackle the top turf sprinters in the world, really, of either gender, quite an accomplishment by Mike Pipey trained Misdirection back in 2012 and 13. That's who this race is named after. And this year's Misdirection Stakes, well, it leads toward the Grade 2 Monrovia Stakes on June 5th. And if the Misdirection unfolds as most expect, including myself, it's going to be legs galore trying to bang out her first graded stakes win. That doesn't happen until June. First, legs galore needs to get past a good competitive field of 6 in the Misdirection Stakes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup. A field of 6 from the inside out. Ann Angel, she's sharp. Superstition also is sharp. So is Constantia. Biddy Duke adding blinkers. Legs galore is on a roll. We'll talk about her in just a second. And then the long shot on the far outside, her name is She's So Special. Most of the betting attention is going to focus on the filly who enters with a 5-race win streak, and that is Legs Galore. She's trained by Phil D'Amato. Here's a very interesting fact, at least I thought it was interesting, regarding D'Amato. He has started horses in 7 consecutive turf sprint stakes at Santa Anita. It's had 9 runners in those last 7 turf sprint stakes. He's won all 7 of them, his last 7 turf sprint stakes. D'Amato is on a roll right now. He's having probably the best season of his training career, and he has a very good one in Legs Galore. Legs Galore was a bust in her first 2 starts, but when she came back to California, she originally campaigned at Oakland Park. She came back to California, dropped into Calbred races. D'Amato switched her to grass, and she has been on a mission ever since then. 5 consecutive front-running and or pace-pressing wins, including her most recent start. And I have to confess, I thought that Legs Galore was potentially vulnerable last time out. It was in the Irish O'Brien Stakes in the middle of March. Let's roll the tape and see how anybody who was skeptical of Legs Galore's chances in this race fared from a wagering perspective. Well, there she is. She's winning for fun, and I was left with the losing ticket. I don't even remember who I bet on in that race, but that was Legs Galore, setting a fast pace, opening up and winning clear over Bella Vita. By the way, Bella Vita also runs on Saturday, but she runs in a 2 other than in race number 7 that also includes the comeback of Grade 1 winner Cece. But that was Legs Galore winning her 5th consecutive race. Now, it's true that there is lots of speed in this small field of filly mare turf sprinters. Number 1, Ann Angel has speed. So does number 4, Biddy Duke. But as fast as Legs Galore is, and from where she is drawn, I really don't think that the pace scenario is going to be that much of an issue. We are back on grass on Saturday for the first time in almost 2 weeks. Santa Anita took a hiatus from grass racing last week. We're back on grass on Saturday. I don't really think that the profile is going to change. The turf course generally plays fair. We know that Legs Galore loves this course, and she is fast. I think she's the most likely winner. As far as wagering value, it's going to be very tough to get any wagering value on a filly who has won 5 consecutive stakes races. And as everyone knows, D'Amato is on an absolute tear right now. If there is an upsetter, it's probably going to be by number 2, Superstition. Superstition is a relatively lightly raced daughter of Ghost Sapper. She's only started 7 times. She has won 3 of them, including her most recent victory, and it was the best race of her career. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stretch run of the Wishing Well Stakes and watch Superstition. In between horses, she's going to burst clear, and she'll defeat a very good field. Alexandra was in this field. Alexandra was a Grade 1 winner last year against males, and Lighthouse was in this field as well. Superstition opening up, winning clear with a 92 buyer speed figure. That was 2 months ago. She's had plenty of time to recover and recharge her batteries since then. And I would expect Superstition to run very well. She is quick enough to keep Legs Galore in her sights, but she is not so pace dependent that she needs to have the lead or needs a setup. Superstition actually has an ideal running style for this race. She can be forwardly placed. She can chase a fast pace. She can finish. And if Legs Galore finds too much company up on the front end in the form of Biddy Duke and or Ann Angel, I think that Superstition could actually be in the right spot. I'm reluctant to knock on Legs Galore because I tried to beat her last time and looked like an idiot for doing so. But I do believe that Superstition is probably the most likely upsetter, if you can call her that, is the likely second choice in the betting. That's Superstition. Another contender, she's down on the inside. Her name is Ann Angel. I don't think she's good enough, and I'm sure that most handicappers would agree. She's basically an allowance caliber filly. However, she has won 3 of 4 in the U.S., 4 of 7 overall in her career. And in her most recent win, Ann Angel, let's go ahead and roll the tape. Ann Angel just dug in and refused to get beat. She made the lead. She went relatively slow up on the front end, but they came to her and she kept on running. This is a filly that loves to win races. 3 for 4 now in the U.S., and didn't it look like Storming Lady on the outside had all the momentum, but Ann Angel dug in, fought back, and won clear. A sharp horse moving up in class that most analysts would believe to be not good enough can sometimes offer prime wagering value because sharp horses going up in class often are overlooked by bettors, and they can come right back and win again. We know that Ann Angel loves to win races. Okay, finally, if there's a deep closer in this field, if this race completely falls apart, and it will need to for this filly to win, her name is Constantia, and she's trained by John Sadler. She could find 6 furlongs a little shorter than she prefers, but this filly packs a wallop in the stretch. Let's go back to January 3rd and take a look at Constantia winning this race. She is buried down on the inside in the blue silks, a chestnut with the white blaze. She has no chance to win this entry-level allowance from here, does she? She's weaving in and out of traffic. Umberto Rispoli was aboard this day, and he somehow worked out a trip, and that's Constantia winning at odds of 19-1. She would come right back and win a starter allowance in her next start, and then last time out, she finished 3rd behind Superstition in a race where the deep closers like her really did not have much of a chance. Look for Constantia to be rolling late under Rispoli again, but the most probable winner of the Misdirection Stakes on Saturday, well, she's the morning line favorite, and her name is Legs Galore. She's seeking her 6th consecutive win. I expect Legs Galore to be very tough to beat. Race 5, Saturday at Santa Anita.